What's up? We're gonna get a lift in today. It's been a few weeks since I posted. I've recorded some footage, but just didn't find the time or just didn't take the time to upload it. It's been about 6 days since we last lifted, and we went pretty easy on that last lift. We had a rugby tournament last Saturday, which we won. It's probably one of the best tournaments I've played, like performance-wise. Wasn't like a super serious tournament or anything, but still played solid, which felt good. Body's in pretty big disarray. I sprained my foot that tournament right at the end, so great way to end it. We're gonna hit upper body today, and my shoulder, depending on how that feels, will go light or heavy. We're gonna start off with bench today. We're gonna starting out with bench instead of overhead press, just to keep that going, but keep the bench progression going without the fatigue, because I'm more likely to be able to overhead press the same after fatiguing myself from bench than, vice versa. But we're gonna get into it. If my shoulder hurts, we'll just keep it pretty light. Otherwise, we'll hit it hard. All right, so in weeks past, we've done 275 or 285 for like an AMRAP, and then some back downs at again, 275. But it's not feeling great today, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do one set of 275, probably get 4 to 6 reps. I'm not gonna push it too hard, and then we'll do 1 or 2 sets of 225 as hard as possible. And then we're gonna do a couple sets of weighted pull-ups with that. All right, it was a quick one today. So we're walking on my walking treadmill. That was just during my lunch break that I was hitting that quick lift. Yeah, it was a short one, not a great lift by any means. More of just to hold myself accountable and get back into it. So kind of just a quick update. And I kind of do these videos and logs and whatnot to kind of have progress for myself to see week over week, month over month, that kind of thing. But haven't posted in a while, so an update. It's been summer sevens is over for my rugby club. We're gonna jump into 15s in about a month. So I have about a month to kind of heal, repair, and get stronger. Not looking to necessarily hit any PRs or anything, but I'd like to hit some solid numbers on, squat, bench, overhead, some sort of pull. And then, but we're going to be keeping working, general strength work. And once my foot's healed up in about a week or so, once it feels, back to like 90% or so, we'll start incorporating more sprinting in again. But for now, I just bought a bike off Amazon. I'm going to put it in my home gym, and we're just going to bike for our cardio, and then we'll keep that as a thing that we do. We'll also keep getting our steps in. That's been something I've neglected this week, as it's just been kind of a busy week and kind of just taking a break for a few days because I kind of pushed myself to the limit. Lifted through a lot of pain that I had in my knees and hips and shoulder. But we capped off the summer season with our own home tournament. Won first place. I played solid. I scored the game-winning try in our semifinals match. And again, this is a social tournament, so it's not like super competitive, but I'd say our team and then the top two teams that we usually play at each of these local tournaments, they take it pretty serious, and they're very solid teams. A lot of them have played at higher levels or, higher programs while they were in college, that kind of thing. But we scored the game winner against that team in the semis, and then we played a team of Davenport guys, which for rugby, that's like really, especially up here in the Midwest, that's a really good rugby school. They have a team that comes and plays social tournaments, a bunch of alumni, that kind of thing, people that still play there. We beat them. I scored on them too, which I'm proud of that because I'm sometimes don't think of myself as very athletic. So it's good to be able to have some results on the field that can, help me at least feel a little better about myself besides lifting in my musty basement. But summer sevens is over. Hell of a summer, a lot of fun. I'm hoping we can take this momentum and put it into 15s because that's what actually matters. I'll be playing flanker, which for the one or two random people that eventually watch this, if you don't have any rugby knowledge, this isn't going to make any sense coming up, what I'm about to say, but I'll be playing flanker, probably 6, so blindside, which I'm cool with. That's just more of a scrappy hitting position. So I was originally going to be a little bit more bulked up for that. I was aiming to be 220 to 230 to play 6, but I don't think that's very conducive to my athletic performance. I've been 230 to 235 for a short span of time to squat 500 pounds for 2 reps, and that felt like ass, to be completely honest. Yeah, and then I got up to 220 this summer, like right at the end of May, I think. And again, it's just like I didn't like how I looked, and I really wasn't like, I'm not like a fast person in general. I have like okay agility. When I have the ball, I can make cuts and avoid tackles, that kind of thing, and I can chase people pretty well in pursuit. But when I get above about 210, 215, there's like a magic number. I think it might be 213. I know my body. I think it's 213. Once I get above there, I start seeing a pretty rapid decline in performance. So that was a factor. I didn't like how I looked. My numbers, to be quite honest, were about the same as they are now, aside from today. But like last week before that, my benching and squat numbers were honestly kind of worse even. I was going through I was running different programs, working beltless squats, for instance, working on healing my back, getting that stronger. But my lifts now are stronger than they were when I was 220, like 2 months ago, 2-3 months. But yeah, I was just realizing one day I don't feel good about how I look. I don't necessarily really feel all that good about how I've been performing. Obviously, performance, I can put the work in at practice, and that'll get me better. And then if I can handle just a few factors off the field, outside the weight room, we'll see some good, changes in both our physique, which will help my mental, and then our performance hopefully too, which to be honest, it did. I now wake up about 207. It's been kind of my dead stop point. We'll push past it, try to get a little bit lower, but 207 is where we're at right now. In the morning, once I eat, I'm like 210. But I scored at all 3 of our big tournaments, which that's good. I'm trying to think about comparison. Last year I wasn't at those tournaments because we actually had a travel team and we were going around. But this year we did not have a travel team, unfortunately, so we were at social tournaments. But yeah, like I scored a decent amount more. I scored 3 tries in the second tournament of the summer, which was actually our worst tournament, but scored 3 tries. One of them I was really proud of. And then, yeah, I mean, at our final tournament that we host, I scored 2 tries in the semis. I scored 1, and in the finals I scored 1. And then just really I'm able to fly over the field a lot more just because, like, I mean, it's just a fact, your cardio, your VO2 max, whatever you want to say, like, that's more efficient. It's better when you're a lighter body weight. So those all were kind of things I figured into when I wanted to cut. Now it's just kind of just being at a lighter weight. I, for one, don't feel like a fat ass all the time, which I've always been able to see my abs when I flex, so objectively I have not been really that much of a fat ass. I've just been kind of like bulked up power lifter type of look. But I'm definitely feeling more like an athlete, that kind of thing. And I'm not playing pro rugby or anything, so I don't need to be big and, as big as possible. Because international flankers, the position I play, are anywhere from like 6'2" to 6'6", and 220 something to 260 pounds, honestly. I think Ireland's flankers are about 6'4", 260. Insane. And they're more athletic than me, which not as insane because I'm not that athletic, but still that size is pretty good. But yeah, it's just kind of a ramble about where we're at with that. But playing 6, I'm going to try to lean out just a bit more, even though the 6 is kind of more of a hitter, I guess. But we'll see how we run it in our scheme. We're running a new scheme this year. My main thing for comp, we're going to be playing, the difference between 205 and 220 is going to be negligible. Maybe I won't put someone on their ass like I would have if I was 15 pounds heavier, but I don't think I'm necessarily going to miss a tackle or break a tackle because of that difference. I think, if anything, it'll be better being lighter because I can just be quicker on whatever I'm trying to do, more intentional, and, not feel like my knees are screaming at every step I take. But yeah, we'll get down to about 205, maybe a little bit less, and then training goals, just GPP work. Keep working that. Keep working sprint speed. Olympic movements, we'll try those as best we can. I suck at them, but we'll keep them going. And yeah, we'll just keep implementing things and seeing where this journey takes us. But I'll be posting a bit more so I can actually have a consistent log, hopefully. But yeah, that's about it.